thank you, Mr. Yamaki, for the opportunity you gave us to have an interview with you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Okay. As I told you before, I have been to visit your wonderful factory in Aizu many years ago. And your father told me that everything in Sigma devices are produced in Japan.
Yes.
Is till now
the same.
You're the same.
Yes, especially in the middle of 90s, Japanese yen get so much appreciated, got stronger. So the production costs get very high. So at that time, many companies offshored the factory to other countries like China or Malaysia, Thai. Actually, it was a big discussion in our side, but we decided to stay in Japan because Sigma is still family-owned private company. So of course, making the turnover big or making the profit big, higher is important. But the most important part is to keep the employment, to protect the employees. If we offshore the factory outside of Japan, we may have to lay off the people at the factory because we cannot double the production. If we have the new factory, we have to reduce the factory in Japan. But that is not what my father didn't want to do. So we decided to stay in Japan and change the product lineup. At that time, the majority of the products are entry class products. Because of the high production cost, it was quite difficult to continue the business with that. So since then, we started to expand the production lineup to mid to high-end product. We also do business with suppliers, but most of the suppliers are located in the local area near Aizu. So we can have a face-to-face meeting very frequently to make the products even higher quality. So this is quite unique for us. Today, most of the major companies have they say global procurement. Global procurement, they buy the cheapest or low price parts from all over the world and assemble in one location. But we do everything locally, which is very unique compared to the modern manufacturing technology. But this is, I think, we strongly believe this is very important to make a high quality product.
We see that your products have reached a very, very high level. We tested recently your 50 millimeters f1.4, the 35 millimeters f1.4, and your Zoom 1835 are wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you have seen the charts, but
yes,
really impressive. And these lenses are in their category are the best lenses I ever seen. Much better than Canon or Zeiss lenses. This is quite surprising. You are able to do that. Why you are able to do now these lenses and not 5 years ago?
Yeah. There are several reasons. Mainly three reasons behind that. The first of all, now we have the environment is better for the engineering, for the high quality product engineering. We have more glass materials which never existed before, which help help us to make the high quality products. And also computer become more powerful. So the calculation time for the ray tracing getting shorter and shorter. When I joined the company, optical engineer input some data and waited 20 minutes, 30 minutes to finish the calculation. But today, computer is so powerful, so he can continuously ray tracing for all days. So the cycle time of the ray tracing design is getting shorter. So we can, engineers can try many options. That's the first reason. But this is the same environment for all the manufacturers. Second is we are very fortunate to have very good engineers. We normally hire the students who graduate from college, university, and they know that Sigma is doing only for photos, not for other white goods or printers or copier machines or semiconductor business. They know that Sigma is only doing the photo business. That's why those who want to do for photo business, who wants to design the lenses or cameras, they come to us. So these days, most of the engineers at Sigma are very passionate about photography, passionate about camera, and passionate about photography. They always think about 24 hours, think about the cameras and lenses. So such a passion helps for us to make good products. That's the second reason.
Each lenses, you say, is tested with your MTF.
Oh yes.
System.
Yes.
Why you decided to do that?
We just take time to inspect each lenses at the assembly line, at the end of the assembly line. So it adds some cost. But the most challenging part is the development of the MTF, our dedicated MTF measurement instruments, and make the inspection time as short as possible. This was quite challenging. Even before A1, we had our own dedicated MTF measurement instrument. But this measurement machine used a normal Bayer sensor, and the resolution of the sensor was not enough to inspect the very high quality lens. But at the time, such a high resolution sensor was not available for the industry. And in the meantime, we about to release SD1, which has a very high resolution, and Nikon was about to release a D800. So we need to release a lens which can be usable for SD1 or D800, but our testing machine is lower resolution, and we had a problem how we can inspect the lens. Then we understood that we have very high quality, high resolution sensor, foveon sensor. So we decided to develop our own dedicated MTF machine using foveon sensor.
What about foveon?
Yes.
You bought foveon in
2008.
Okay. And there are important elements in this technology that can help to produce better images. You don't have to interpolate. Pixel interpolation is a big problem.
Yes.
To have good images. You have no aliasing, chromatic aliasing. You still have aliasing, but not chromatic. That is dangerous. And probably you have better sensitivity, or not?
Yeah, as a sensor, better sensitivity. But when it comes to image quality, it's not. But yes,
and
because we do not have a cutting filters color filter cuts the light, but we don't have that color. And actually, the image processing for the Bayer sensor is quite standard, and everybody uses almost the same technology for many, many years. So they can benefit from the heritage of the image processing industry. But foveon sensor is the spectral response is so different, so we have to develop our own methodology by ourselves.
And in the future, you think possible to have a larger foveon, to a full frame foveon, or higher resolution? I don't know.
Many customers ask the same question to us, and I cannot comment on it because it connects to the future products. So, but in my opinion, the crop sensor like APS-C has also have an advantage because if you use the lens for the full frame, you can use the best part of the lens. So you can expect a very high quality from center to corner. This is very important point to have a perception of the real great picture.
Last question. How much important is Europe and Italy especially in your market?
Europe as a whole is very, very important for us, first of all, of course, because as a Europe is the biggest market for Sigma, bigger than North America, bigger than Asia. So Europe is most important. So I'm pretty happy doing business thanks to the collaboration with M Trading for a long time in Italy. And my dream is to be accepted even better by Italian customers.
Okay, thank you very much for the time you spent with us and for your answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.